W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we like and an L's to the things that we do not. I'll go first.
Yo.
All right. Let me go ahead and get my L's out of the way because I have to give myself a huge L. In preparing for dubs and L's, I went to my Twitter and I went to my screenshots that I usually compile for the week. And I've noticed multiple stories that I believed for whatever reason on April Fool's Day. The first one being the most egregious. The fact that I just screenshotted it and thought it was real for whatever reason, for even a moment, is nuts to me. But I saw a story that Michael B. Jordan was going to be starring in a new Spike Lee film based on Dr. Umar. And Michael B. Jordan would be playing Dr. Umar. Not sure why I didn't question that in my head immediately. Not sure how I fell for that, but here we are.
Can you imagine Michael B. Jordan trying to reenact the Breakfast Club interviews? You can't tell me nothing about being black, brother, with your mixed race wife.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to make sure they understand. You will not perpetuate the Snow Bunny crisis.
Oh, my God. You know what? That makes it even funnier, the fact that Michael B. Jordan, of all people, would be Dr. Umar, saying that.
Gifts and donations.
Donations. Donations. Donations. Donations. Donations. Donations. Gifts. 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 More gifts. More gifts.
Gifts and donations.
What is wrong
He's
with
a
me?
lost Negro.
I don't know what's wrong with me in that case. And then also, I saw this one. I have reason to believe that it was real. The Sneakers app, which is run by Nike, where you can get all the releases, mostly Jordans and all the shoes that people want, foam posits and stuff like that. That they were rolling out a subscription for $4.99, and it was a way for them to rule out any bots so that people could get better access to the shoes. And so I thought that was absolutely real. I'm like, oh, that seems like it'd be a legitimate thing. I'm not paying $4.99 a month for it, but that seems like it'd be a good thing for people who miss out on so many different sneakers. Nope, April Fools. Like, what am I doing? What is life?
Yikes.
What is life on April Fool's Day,
Yikes.
apparently? Jesus. Well, in that case, I also should probably give an L to my father because he gives me articles from time to time on things that maybe I should talk about during W's and L's.
It was an April Fool's article.
And yeah, he sent me a article about Bronny committing to Penn State. No pop. That's not real. That's not real. Should I give an L to Taylor Lewan for interviewing Ryan Day?
He interviewed Ryan Day. Shout out to Taylor Lewan. What did he? Oh man! Please tell me you got clips or you
I didn't
saw
watch
some of it. Oh
yet.
Man. I gotta watch that.
Yet.
All right, because I know he talked about the last 2 years. I know he did.
You know what?
He did.
Taylor Lewan should be talking about his boyfriend.
His what now?
His boyfriend.
He doesn't have a boyfriend.
Yeah, his boyfriend. What's his name? The trans guy. What's his name? I can't remember.
Yeah, this is going off the rails.
We talked about it on a W's and L's before.
About Taylor Lewan's boyfriend?
Yeah, it's not real.
His trans boyfriend?
He interviewed the guy, the celebrity.
You talking about Jeffree Star?
Jeffree Star.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's his
Shut
boyfriend.
up.
That's his boyfriend.
What that got to do with football? What does that have to do with Michigan?
It has to do with Taylor Lewan.
Hey yo, if Taylor Lewan asked Ryan Day about some football shit, like about the last 2 Michigan games, and Ryan Day just came back like, "Weren't you fucking Jeffree Star?"
That'd be hilarious.
What?
Now you know what? That's a dub for Ryan Day if he did that.
No,
That'd be a dub.
It'd be hilarious, absolutely. But yo, how did we get there?
Yeah. I think I should give an L also to, I want to give a dub to Cameron, but in this specific instance, I want to give an L to Cameron and Mario Chalmers. I'll tell you why. Cameron has a new show where he talks basketball. And I guess Mace, I don't know if Mace is now a co-host or if Mace is just doing guest spots on it. But apparently he's getting a lot of viewers on it, and they're possibly getting picked up by different people. There's like a bidding war for it or whatever. Cool. So shout out to Cam for that. But in assumingly trying to gain clout for it, him and Mario Chalmers went back and forth, and now they're going to play a one-on-one game against each other.
Why? Cameron and Mario Chalmers? Cameron, the rapper, versus Mario Chalmers, the NBA champion.
Well, Cameron did play basketball. He was like a high school star.
Cameron, the rapper, versus the man who actually made it to the NBA, played for more than 5 years, got a ring. We ain't talking about if I wouldn't have threw out or I wouldn't have got caught up with a woulda, coulda, shoulda ass. We talking about somebody who actually did it, that we watched on TNT, NBA TV, and ESPN for a multitude of years.
Yeah, bro, he was a high school champion, bro. High school New York State champion.
Make sure I watch.
Anyway.
Mario Chalmers going to smoke Cameron.
It'll be interesting to watch at least.
He's going to smoke Cameron.
So then Cameron is demanding that Mario Chalmers gets drug tested. No. He said, you got to take a drug test, and at one point called him a heroin addict, which...
Yo, dead ass? Like he was being for real? Damn, this is getting personal. Now I'm not going to let you score, Cameron.
He said, where you been? Where the fuck you been? You talk about where you been. Where you at now, nigga? It's dark and your eyes are dilating. You on that blue magic, bro. I know niggas on that I stand by it, I guarantee it. That's what you on, bro. And bigger than basketball, I'm concerned, man. I know life threw you a few curveballs, pause, but yo, you can't start that shit, bro. And if we play, you got to take a drug test. I'm like Judge Mathis with that heroin. I know a heroin addict when I see one. Yo, bro, I'm concerned. And if we play, you have to take a mandatory drug test before, during, and after the game. Call me, man, if you need help, man. Besides basketball, I'm concerned.
Yo, how did we get here? If you was that good, you would have made some millions in the league. You know what I'm saying? I think the money you made rapping, you probably could have made as an NBA star. If you was that good. I think your career path led you where you needed to be, and Mario Chalmers led him to where... You don't hear Mario Chalmers saying that he'll bar you up. He gonna put out a diss record.
I got nothing for that.
Different lanes for different people.
For sure. All right, gonna give a couple of dubs. My first dub is going to Greg Popovich, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, and Pau Gasol. Oh, and Tony Parker for making it into this class of Hall of Fame.
All of them getting in the same class? That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Amongst others, so shout out to those people as well. But yeah, all of them making it in this class. Yep.
That's what's up.
Which I don't know. Can a coach make the Hall of Fame while they're still coaching? I guess so, because Pop is still coaching. Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that was a thing. I didn't think you could be active.
He's still coaching, though.
He's going to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame?
Yeah. His team's not the best right now.
Maybe basketball is different because it's not the NBA Hall of Fame. It's the Basketball Hall of Fame. So, like, there are college coaches in there. There are college players.
There's WNBA.
Yeah, so maybe it's different.
That makes sense. But they're being inducted, so shout out to them. My last dub before I go into a toss-up is going out to a video where black men are out there shouting out their favorite hairstyles of black women.
I seen that video compilation. That was dope.
It was dope, but I was so shocked that so many black men just knew the names of certain hairstyles.
Put together bun or a messy bun, man. We love those. We love those.
My favorite hairstyle on a black woman is the natural silk press.
Natural silk.
My favorite style on a black woman is the middle part bust down. I needs that.
My favorite hairstyle on a black woman is a side part blunt cut bob.
Like, I'm like, without locks,
knotless braids. And I'm like, hey, yo, who hair tutorials you be in, fam?
The only thing I could assume is that whoever was doing the video was telling them the name of the hairstyle.
Yeah, I like crochet braids.
I was like, man, who, what?
What kind of braid? A what?
But, I mean, it was a dope video, at least. At least, people shouting out their queens for, they're different natural hairstyles, which is dope.
It seemed like a response video to the "I love you, black man" videos.
I love you, black man. 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 I love
Not the white ones.
I was gonna say I've seen quite a few white ones too.
The original ones, the first ones that came out where they was at some HBCU. I don't know where they was at. And then
the white ones was
was nuts. It was getting nuts. It was getting out of hand.
All right, my last thing that I'm gonna do is a toss up for the NBA. They just had a collective bargaining agreement, which supposedly includes a couple things. One that apparently, and I don't know if they've already approved this or what, but apparently, you know what? Before I say this, let me check that this is not also an April Fool's joke. Jesus Christ. But supposedly NBA players were going to be able to get the chance to own NBA teams and WNBA teams while playing.
Oh, that's a joke.
Which I don't know that
Seems
can
like
happen
would be
because of a conflict of
complete
agreement.
conflict. Yeah, that wouldn't.
So that's why I'm like, let me check. I'll check, and if I'm wrong on that,
Sounds like
it's
April Fool's, Josh.
But that's not the only thing in the collective bargaining agreement. Apparently, basketball players of the NBA players, are now going to be allowed to smoke weed because marijuana is now not being tested for.
Who did it first? Was the NFL's already done that, right?
I think.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, they did because I remember Josh Gordon being the butt of all of those jokes.
The jokes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. You want me to pat you on the back for being progressive, and you're like 10 years late. So I can't get with you. If you the blackest sports league in all of America is just now catching up to weed in terms of how it is consumed socially and how it's viewed as a narcotic or whatever. If you're just now getting to that now, after about 40 states have, yeah, your congratulations happened about a decade ago, fam.
Facts. But, if he ever does make it into the NBA or, makes it sometime soon, I'm sure Bronny is somewhere jumping with joy.
Okay. Was that it?
Yeah, bro. Bronny gets a dub because you know what? Damn if he's not happy smoking his reefer.
Okay. All right, let's bring it home. Dubs. Start out. First one going out to Peyton O'Leary, former walk-on wide receiver. Did his thing in the spring game, man. Stood out for sure. Shout out to him. He's working Marion Walker most of the time. So
yeah, well, Marion was too busy dancing in the end zone.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Peyton.
Singing "Post to Be."
So I don't know if you've been following Gwyneth Paltrow.
I heard she's having some kind of court case. Is she the one that has Goop or whatever?
She does have Goop. We'll put that in a separate thing.
Okay.
But she's getting a dub because she won her court case. So 7 years ago, she got into a ski accident at this resort. Dude sued her for like $300 million.
Sheesh.
It got thrown out, and now he's coming back, 7 years later, and he's trying to get $300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a smarter move from jump.
But what the problem is that he hit her. He's half blind. He's been claiming all of this emotional damage and brain trauma. And he's been traveling the world since the shit happened, expecting his payday to come in.
Hey, yo, Stevie Wonder, chill out.
He been on Camelback. He been skydiving. He's supposed to have brain damage, fam. This man done got on the stand and told them, yeah, when I texted my daughter immediately after the accident happening and said ka-ching, we hit the jackpot, we're rich, baby. That wasn't me. That was my other personality that formed as a result of my accident.
Yo, Blind Fury, chill out.
Hey, yo, this was some of the wildest shit that was being said, and like from both sides.
He spent the money
from both sides
without actually getting the money.
I don't know if that's why he was spending like that, but yeah, he had done an immense amount of traveling in the aftermath of his accident that he was claiming that he had a loss of a social life, he had brain damage, physical disablements. Like, man's very
got
well
into
traveled.
an accident and said, "Yo, I'm out."
I think that's what he thought. He like, yo, one way or another, she gonna pay me eventually, and then I'll just pay off the rest of this debt.
Wrong.
Wrong.
But the corniest part of it to me is that she was countersuing for $1. Hey, yo, Gwyneth, it doesn't really make me any more, go get your money. Like, I don't think you're more virtuous because you only charged a man $1. Like, go get your bread. You went to the doctor, right? You had probably seen somebody for this emotional distress. Go get your paper. It'll stop people from suing over frivolous reasons, over trying to set up their retirement on the back of
That's
unsuspecting people.
Way more egregious than paying for your retirement. $300 million?
Well, the first one was obviously. I think he thought she might settle off of that.
300,000 is definitely setting it.
300,000, okay, that's medical expenses.
Yeah.
300 million is insane.
I don't even know if that's enough medical expenses to cover all the things that he was alleging.
Yeah.
But that's still wild.
That is very crazy. So, shout out to her for winning her case.
What that had to do with Goop?
Nothing.
Oh.
That's why I said we're going to set that over there.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you were
explain
saying
to the audience what Goop is.
No, it's her lifestyle products or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that her?
She
that
also,
might not even be her.
That is
it's
her.
One of those white actresses.
It's her. It's her for sure.
Let me find out it was Nicole Kidman.
It was definitely Gwyneth Paltrow. Penguin Z told me.
Oh, Penguin. Oh, Charlie.
Yeah, he told me.
Let me find out it was...
she also apparently was selling the smell of her vagina.
I did see that.
That was... Okay. Yeah. Very odd.
Yeah, let me find out it's actually Renee Zellweger. I'm just naming white actresses at this point.
All right. This next dub is actually brought to you by Chillmonger. He sent me this email or DM'd it to me. I believe he did.
Chill.
It was a story about Jaylen Brown, Grant Williams, and Malcolm Brogdon of the Celtics, of the Boston Celtics, having a trip to the White House to discuss raising the juvenile age to 20, and also trying to set up some sort of work release when you get out if you went in as a juvenile.
Why 20?
I mean, if you are 19 and you've committed a petty crime, I mean, does it make you feel that much better that he's a year older? Like if he was 17, you probably wouldn't have gotten the type of treatment that you get as a 19-year-old. Is the discrepancy between a 17 and 19-year-old that great that one should be treated as a hardened criminal and the other one should be treated as juvenile?
No, not the discrepancy between 17 and 19, but I guess...
Or even between 17 and 20. Or were you that much more mature between 17 and 20?
No, I agree with all of that. But why not make it 21?
Make it drinking age. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Because then, you get your first sip of alcohol, you go crazy. And then maybe you deserve to be in jail.
Yeah, no, I thought that was a cool initiative. Most times when you go to the White House, it's because you've just won a championship and you get to smile and shake hands and, you get to say that you went to the White House. So
and you got people who are decently influential within our community. I mean, they're not, I wouldn't say that they were A1 stars, but at least they are the stars who are willing to do something about.
And I don't see any money-making opportunities tied to it as far as I can see. So that's always a good sign for me when people are trying to be philanthropic.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm down with that for sure.
They're privatizing juvenile centers.
Shout out to Chill. All right, let's get to the pessimistic patties. I'm giving an L, and this is a delayed L to James Gunn because it's actually happened a couple weeks ago, and I kept forgetting to bring it back up.
I do that a lot
so
too.
I don't know if anybody remembers when we were still talking about who's going to be left over from the old DC universe and who's coming over to the new James Gunn universe and what about Batfleck and what about Cavill and all this other stuff. I don't know if y'all remember when James Gunn told us out of his own mouth that Henry Cavill's not going to be, or excuse me, not Henry Cavill. Ben Affleck is not going to be the new Batman, but he's going to be directing a Batman movie for us, and we're really excited for it. Does everybody remember that?
I do.
Then Ben Affleck goes and tells Variety, I will never do another DC project ever again. Ever. Ever. Yeah. Yo, fam, hey, James, I don't know if you know, but Ben said never fucking ever. That's what he said. That seems to be conflicting. You know what I'm saying? And so now I'm starting to see how James Gunn sometimes jumps the gun.
Pun intended. Pun intended.
Right? And giving information between, the Henry Cavill stuff, Superman, him announcing his return only for James Gunn to say, oh, he was never hired. Fam, 0% chance that Henry Cavill told everyone he was coming back as Superman without speaking to the prospective leaders of DC at that time. 0. Just like with The Rock putting Cavill in his movie. Again, he not just out here doing whatever. They had to get that clear by somebody.
Yeah, somebody okayed that for sure.
So, again, I think James Gunn just kind of runs with things. And if it doesn't end up going the way that he thought it was, he just pivots. And acts as if, it was never really official.
It's not what you...
But,
you can't do
but
that
it's not
as the
what
leader.
you said, though. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that as the leader. As the guy.
He sets the standard, so maybe that's just the standard for DC. Just tell us we're going to get stuff until we're not, and then act like you never told us we were going to get it.
The leader is not the one that's supposed to be manifesting things.
Yes, I'm manifesting Ben Affleck from writing a Batman movie.
Yeah, no. Get out here and take action, leader.
Okay. 3 L's left. First one, Drake. Fam, why don't you... If you really need the clout that bad, like if you feel like you've lost that much market share to Dot or Kendrick or Lil Baby or whoever's popping at the moment, if you really feel like you need to compete for the eyeballs that much, go make a collab album with Ice Spice.
Ice Spice.
At this point, that's the type of clown shit that you own. So just go do it. Make a collab album with 6ix9ine. Bunch of controversy. A lot of people will, look at it. It'll probably be garbage, just like the song you put out, sampling Kim Kardashian's wife, where you seem to be professing your love to somebody. But, it can't get much worse than that. So you might as well just go out here and do more shock jock shit.
Yeah.
Since the bars ain't enough. What did he say? Niggas pulling gimmicks because they're scared to rap?
Drake is definitely scared to rap.
You're scared as hell to rap anymore. You're petrified. The song was garbage.
Nah, bro, the song was a bop.
The song was garbage. It was trash.
It was trash.
And it's no different from when Game did this shit 3-4 years ago when he was talking about choking and spitting in Kim Kardashian's mouth. It's no different. There's no difference here. We are witnessing when one of your heroes, not mine, yours, but one of your heroes is eroding in front of you. When they start to realize, damn, they start questioning themselves. Can I still do this? Can I still be on top because of me? Because of my talent. Right? Not because of the drones and trolls of fans that I have. Not because of all my notoriety. Not because of my clout. But can I still survive off the back of my pen and my talent? The question right now is still in the air for Drake, because what is this shit?
I'm trying to think if Drake has had a single within the last year that didn't feature somebody.
But I mean, that's been a Drake thing. Like him appropriating other people's flows and styles and type of music has been a thing. But he's found a way to make that work for himself.
Well, but
it's
the
not
argument
working no
is,
more. It ain't working no more.
The argument to that would be that he still has a God's Plan, which is all him. Or he has singles that are all just him.
God's
I
Plan.
don't know
that was off of.
It was a long time ago.
That was a minute ago. Yeah, that was a
That's my point. Like,
that's pre-COVID.
What's the last song that he's had without? Oh, Sticky. Sticky ain't hit like that. Girls Want Girls, Way Too Sexy. The songs with 21 Savage, obviously. Laugh Now, Cry Later. Tootsie Slide.
All I'm saying is that when your man's not even just your man's, when an artist feels like the art is no longer worth what it is, then you start seeing them do this type of shit. If it's not Serena Williams' new husband, if it's not Meg Thee Stallion, all right, well, I guess that shit didn't do what we wanted, so let's dip back in the bag on Kanye. Wasn't you just piecing this nigga up in front of Jay Prince? What happened to all that? I thought this shit was done.
Nah, bro, Jay Prince ain't got the juice like that.
And then also, so then I guess this is cool with everybody as well, right? All of this is fine. This isn't bullying. This isn't harassment. This isn't anything. It's fine. Mm-hmm. But if somebody put their hands on Drake, then we've gone too far. That's the line. That we've gone too far. All of this is cool, but then 3-4 years prior when we outed Drake's secret child, that was too far. That was too much.
Literally. Oh, no. Making fun of Drake's friend.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
There's rules to this.
There is rules to this game. I mean, I have to wait at least 6 months post your divorce to make a joke about your wife and use her voice in my music.
Yo.
You a fucking loser.
Kim's got to clear that. Oh, well, I guess it hasn't been released officially.
No, she probably cleared it. She's terrible.
That is crazy.
She's every bit of what Kanye said she was, and we all called him crazy because of it. But he is crazy also. But, I mean, he was definitely right on Kim.
I'll give her the leeway for now. It hasn't been officially released.
Nah, fam.
But, yeah, no, if it gets actually dropped, because I think everything's been snippets mostly. But if it gets actually dropped, she cleared that, and she is a terrible person as well.
We'll see. My next L is...
You know good and damn well she's going to play that for the show, too.
Oh, that whole saga? Oh, yeah.
She's going to use that for the show.
If Drake called her to try to get this cleared, yeah, he's going to be on E.
I don't think she's going to include
be on the E channel.
Said call. I think she's going to be like, oh, my God, I can't believe Drake used my voice in a song. No, you cleared that, so you're shit person.
Acting like he just did it without her. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Brett Favre getting an L from me. So not only Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp, right? When clearly you should be laying low. Clearly, you don't want anybody digging into what you did. I think they ordered them to pay the money back or something like that. But you don't want anybody going any further than that. So now you want people to actually have to prove that the things they said about you are true, which is subsequently going to lead them to investigate your wrongdoing with the welfare office in Mississippi. But see, people like Brett Favre don't know how to leave well alone enough. They don't know how to leave it well enough alone. So you're going to have a lawsuit against Shannon Sharp, a defamation lawsuit, a defamation lawsuit against Pat McAfee. And now you've added Dr. Umar to that list of people. Going at no, that's real.
That's crazy.
Like I seen Umar talking about it himself.
That is nuts.
So now we dipped into a person who can't even enhance your wealth with this lawsuit. Like, I don't know how rich Dr. Umar is, but I know he pales in comparison to Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp at the moment. So, like, what is even for you to gain from this? Other than people digging further and entering into the public record in court what they have found to prove the words that they have said about you. Because that's what you have to do in a defamation case. You have to prove that you didn't defame this person, that you didn't seek to have them lose something monetary, emotionally, or otherwise with your words. So what they're going to do is they're going to attempt to prove the shit that they said about you is true. So you want to have 3 separate court cases with celebrities and expensive lawyers digging through your past to prove that what they said about you is true in the middle of you stealing from the Mississippi Welfare Office.
Yo, that is absolutely
He's a
nuts.
genius. It's the genius. It's so stupid it makes sense.
The story is even more nuts. Apparently, he sent a cease and desist to Dr. Umar. Umar then goes, I don't know if he went on the Breakfast Club and said it, or he went somewhere and said that he wants to go to court. Take me to court. And then Brett Favre took his dumb ass to court.
Hey, fam. Either way, even if he wins, let's say he wins the Umar case, because I don't think he has a chance at winning McAfee or Shannon Sharp. They're public figures talking about a news story. Yeah. He doesn't have a shot in hell to win those cases. The only thing that's going to happen for him is more and more information about his wrongdoing is going to come out. Yeah, this is moronic. But what are you going to get from Dr. Umar? That's not the type of wealthy person that can pay a $20 million lawsuit or whatever it is he's suing him for. Yeah. So what are you gaining from it? Oh yeah, they get to tell they learn not to talk about me. Okay, well there's gonna be a lot more people talking about you when their lawyers get done telling them why what they said was not defamatory. I don't know who's advising Brett Favre legally right now.
Brett Favre.
It's got to be one of his cousins. It's got to be one of his Mississippi cousins, Brett Favre the 17th, running his legal counsel right now because I don't even understand.
Brett Favre is Brett Favre's legal counsel. He's one of those crazy people that'll do it for himself.
Last L I got right now is going out to the Proud Boys. So, apparently, back in December... Oh, my God. Just don't take the story away from me.
Yep, Twitter does that a lot.
Back in December of 2020, the Proud Boys desecrated several historical black churches in Washington, D.C. Now, that historical black church is hoping to win a $22 million lawsuit against the Proud Boys to neutralize them for good. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Cripple their ass.
Absolutely.
And send them to meet their maker. Hell yeah.
Yep.
Please.
Yep. Oh, L to the Proud Boys.
L to the Proud Boys. Yeah, for sure.
Because absolute dub to this church coalition.
Absolutely. Get their ass up out of here.
Yes.
Now that's an effective lawsuit. Not, hey, I know I stole from poor people, but leave me alone, brother.
Yo. Any other dubs or L's or any other thoughts on this week?
That's it for me, man. Give us your dubs and L's in the prompt below. Tell us what you thought about ours. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Come back next week for another dubs and L's segment.
You did it too fast. Oh, we talked about 6ix9ine. Also, make sure you subscribe because we like to do this every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And make sure you check out our previous dubs and L's, including the one that we talked about last week, where we discussed 6ix9ine amongst other things.